Come with me to bake in my Pico Plus bread ovens for the first time for customers. I preheated my ovens top and bottom to 250 Celsius for 45 minutes. I have a peel that I got in my accessory package with ISCA. I tried 3 loaves for the first bake, and because my oven was the hottest temp possible, these ended up browning up the most and baked the most even. They were the most golden with the most blisters, and then I tried 5 loaves at a time. This week I used parchment paper to line my peel, but you can bake directly on the decks. I deal with a lot of inclusions and I want to keep the bottom of the oven as nice as I can. They also sell oven liners that are safe to bake with at high temperatures, and I will be testing those out for inclusion loaves. I scored and misted my loaves for some extra moisture and transferred them on the parchment paper to the oven. I inserted 150 milliliters of water into the steam chamber, closed the door, made sure the vent was closed, dropped the temp to 210 Celsius top, 190 Celsius bottom. I baked at this temperature for 30 minutes. I followed the same exact process on the bottom deck. Unfortunately, I didn't vent steam, and this is where I went wrong. You want to introduce steam for half or 2/3 of your bake to make sure that the crust remains soft and expands to its full potential without sealing prematurely. But when you introduce steam too far in the bake, it makes your crust too soft. It doesn't set, and my loaves ended up being a little heavier than normal. You want the steam to escape the crust, creating a light and fluffy interior with a thin and crisp crust on the exterior and even browning all over. My loaves were remaining pretty soft on the sides, and you can see that they didn't completely brown up or become fully golden brown on all sides. In between bakes, I preheated the oven again to 250 Celsius top and bottom. When I was advised to not vent steam, I thought that this might just be a weird quirk of the Pico Plus oven, but it turns out that this oven does hold steam pretty well, and I definitely should have vented it at least 2/3 into the bake. Overall, I can't say that I'm disappointed with my bakes as they were delicious, but there are just so many tweaks that I can make to really hone in and perfect my process to get the best possible results for my customers. I'm going to be following a new method with new temperatures and definitely venting the steam for my next bake. I am a perfectionist and I think that there's always room for improvement. There isn't a ton of information out there and tutorials on how to use the Pico Plus, so I'm going to tag a few users in the comments that you can check out. If you know any Pico Plus users, feel free to tag them also.